stream. Cool. We are good. Let's shrink that down. There we go. We're set to go. We're set to continue. Let's do it. Alright, I believe I just got the Mystic Key. I sure did. Did I in up? Did I rest? Yes, I rested. So I'm going to head over to the Northwest Castle and grab the Mystic Key treasures there, and then I've got lots of treasure grabbing to do after that. So let's just take the ogre out first. I'm actually having a hard time remembering everything about last time since it's been so long. Go with that. So I'm hoping to do the Earth Cave today. There we go. That should take out that creep at least. Yeah, I'll just go with this. Probably shouldn't have wasted that fire on the same creep as the black belts, because the fighter probably can just about handle these guys, although not quite that one. Okay, we'll get this one. I do need to get my characters a little bit more power before we can do a ton of damage in the Earth Cave. So hopefully we get a level or two in the early stages of getting ready for the Earth Cave. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what we're going to need. I'm going to try not to do too much grinding. I don't really love grinding. I know it doesn't look very exciting on stream. Good damage on that fire. On that creep. Actually, let's do this. This will give me a good amount of gold, these ogre battles, so I'll be fighting these every chance I get. Good amount of experience in gold for the upcoming purchases I'll need to make. Particularly the silver sword, which should be coming up, if I remember correctly, that'll be coming up in Elfland after I have made all of my purchases, sorry, not my purchases, after I've plundered all the treasure chests that I need to plunder. So this is the Northwest Castle. This is Astos' castle. Astos' castle. It's called the Northwest Castle. I'm not sure what it's called in this translation or in later translations, but on my old NES map, I believe it was called the Northwest Castle. There's a trapped battle with some undead here. I think it's right in front of that first falchion. Power staff. Now that should be good. And a steel gauntlet. Let me check my equipment and then I'll fight that trapped battle. So I've got the... Yeah, I've got the steel gauntlet. Let me check this armor bug. So his absorb is what, 7. Can I bump it up to 8 with this, or does this knock it down to 1? Yeah, that knocks it down to 1. That knocks it down to 1. So that's the armor bug associated with that, because they both have leather caps. So it's only when I have armor that's going to be greater than his level in terms of defense can I put something on him. So I'll have to keep that in mind always. I'll want another copper armlet here pretty soon. Yeah, and I'll have to sell these when we're ready. But as far as weapons go, I'm going to put the power staff in the hands of you. Can you actually equip it for more damage? You can. So let's see what his damage is. The attack is 10. And that makes it 15. So, little less accurate, or is it less accurate? I'm not sure, but the damage is up, but I think this one casts Temper when you use it in battle, so it's going to be endlessly valuable now that Temper actually works. And this is the undead battle, that because I have a white mage, it should be pretty easy to take them out. I am going to test out my power staff. Oh, is it only on self? Let me check and see. I couldn't read that. Couldn't read that last message. So let me take a look at that again. I'm gonna try to read what it says when it comes out there. It happens so quickly. Oh, this harm spell should take him out. So I thought the power staff cast the temper spell, but maybe it doesn't. Let me try it again, I want to see. Nothing happens. Okay, so it must just be the same power staff of uselessness. Alright. Actually, this is a little bit more dangerous battle than I thought. Let's hope we get our... Yeah, there we go. Get the harm spell off. Let's see what kind of reward we're looking at here for this battle. 346 and 1300. That's good. And we've hit level 8. Is he at the beginning? Okay, he's at the top of it. All right. Let me see if I can survive one more battle. I'm gonna go first round. I'll do harm on this side and fire 2 from my black mage. Yeah, just in case something like that happens. So I'll be able to do one more battle like this now that I've got them both. I'll do one more battle just like that. So I can just knock out one more quick one. Good, it's 6. This should do it. So we've got Dia. I'm just going to keep calling it harm, I think. Alright, let's see. Alright, there's Dia, harm, and then fire 2 should be next. Ooh, good, he missed the paralysis attack. That was good luck. That could have been ugly. Thankfully it wasn't, because that'll take them all out. Easy as you please. And how are we doing? Okay, so still one more level to pick up with the white mage, but that's okay. I'm just going to do a little bit of healing here before we head out. Back to Elfland with our newly gained goodies. And again, these are battles that I'll be fighting every time I can. I'm just going to try to 2-round this fight if I can. A little bit of damage with that before we sell it. Does 64 points, 200 gold. It's starting to get a little bit piddly, but I'm going to be needing just about all of it, so I'll take it. Here's a battle I'm not going to be dealing with. I'm not going to mess around with a battle like this, because these guys really are worth very little to me in terms of gold ore experience. They're really not worth jack, as are these guys. Same story. Same thing, we'll just get out while we can. Let me see what we've got for... Okay, I do have a level 4 spell charge for him. Do I have one for the white mage? Not quite yet. Alright, I might try to gain one more level for the white mage while I'm down here. How close are we on the white mage, actually? 111. I'll make another trip to Elfland, then, to buy magic. I'll make one more trip after this, because she's not super close. If it was just one battle, probably would be okay. But I don't think I'll get it with this battle. And I'll wait till I've rested up at a cheaper inn up in Coneria, because I've got to visit Coneria. I've got to visit Elfland Castle, I suppose, too. I can't remember if I visited Elfland Castle. I don't think I did. But I've got to visit Coneria, the Temple of Fiends, and the Dwarf Cave. I'm hoping with this stream to at least get through the Earth Cave. You see the vampire there on my next boss. Alright, 13,000 is not too bad. That'll give me enough to buy the spells I need. They should cost 4,000. I need to look and see if there's any other level 3 spells I have yet to pick up. But I'll be selling a lot of the goods that I get here with my Mystic Key takings. So, should be pretty lucrative. Because a lot of these weapons I'm not going to be using. A lot of this stuff I'm not going to be using. Crozier. Afraid I don't know that weapon. Nitro powder, that's the TNT. That's the TNT. Alright, so there's that set. There's a couple of swords up in the Temple of Fiends that I need to grab. So I'll take care of picking up those. Not going to deal with these goblin battles. I've got a couple of gargoyle battles in the Temple of Fiends that'll be worth fighting. They're trapped battles in front of the treasure chest. I think one of the sets I have to fight twice because I have to walk in inside the door and then walk out past them again. This one might be faster to just fight. I'll just take the 20 gold that I get. There we go. Oh, never mind. 6 gold. 6 points and 6 gold. I like this dash button in Final Fantasy 1. I have to say that's pretty handy to have. A dash button built in right there. Really, nobody could run. Thank you. From these utterly non-threatening enemies like wolves. Here's a gargoyle battle. Strike first, that's good news. That's very good news for us, because these guys can hit kind of hard. Excellent, so now we'll only have one guy. These guys can get 3 hits, I think. And they can get some nasty damage on your magely characters. But it looks like we all got our attacks in. That was a nice battle. And yeah, there we go. There's my white mage level up, which I knew was coming. Rune Blade. Now, let me see if this gives me better than what I have on now. 3341. Alright, 3341. This is 3146, so not quite. How about one of these? No. Looks like still the longsword is going to be my one of choice, because the saber I think is even lower, yeah. The longsword is going to be my choice for now. What does the Crozier do, I wonder? He can't equip the Crozier, huh? Who can equip the Crozier? He can equip the Crozier, that's strange. Attack 18 with the Crozier. Attack 16 without the Crozier. Oops, I went back up into the Gargoyles battle, but that's okay, I will, I've got strike first again. I meant to go up and around the corner. I'm trying to remember what the Crozier staff is in the NES translation. I should try to, if we get another battle, I'll try to use that from the Black Belt. We've already seen that the Power Staff doesn't cast anything. I wonder what staff I'm thinking of later on that casts a spell like that. If Wizard Staff casts Confuse. Let's see if he gets a turn. Okay, nothing happens with the Crozier there. Alright, so Power Staff and Crozier are cell baits. Here's where we have to fight the Gargoyles twice. That's okay, they have not really done us much harm, or any harm to speak of. Yeah, I'll take hits like that. That's okay. That's a good one. I'm grabbing some screenshots throughout here. Werebane. And, oh, that's a soft. So here's another battle with Gargoyles. Ooh, and back attack on the Gargoyles. That's okay. I'll use a AoE magic spell. That should help my chances a little bit. Yeah, because I have the 3 level 3 spells, which is nice to have now. Yeah, because I should get a couple of the other level 3 spells while I'm in Elfland. I won't be able to grab them later. Cool, excellent. Actually, let's have you cast, not cure, let's have you cast harm. Fire. Let's see how quickly we can do this one. Oh, it's going to be the fighter going first. Any one of those probably would have taken out that ghoul. That's actually a good battle if you are in the very early stages. The one ghoul battle early in the game is pretty good experience for an under-leveled party. See if we can just get out of here quickly. But I got the TNT. That's the big key treasure that you need. Next, I'm heading over to the Dwarf Cave. But I will restock on my spell charges while we're in Coneria area. And while I have Dash, which is so nice. Excellent. I still haven't sold any of that stuff yet that I need to sell, but I will. Yeah, I should have bought Lit 2 while I was down there. Yeah. Yeah, I should have bought Lit 2 before I left the Elfland area. I should have bought Lit 2 in case I ran into a battle like this. Because these guys have evade. They can dodge your physical attacks fairly easily, and they can just be a pain to deal with. They can take a long time to fight. Just in general. But with the level 4 charge that the Black Mage has, I should be able to get Fast now, which is going to be a critical spell to combine with my Temper spell. The only issue really is going to be that I only have one character who can cast the temper and saber and fast stuff. I won't have the, usually I have two red mages who are both casting fast. I won't have access to that. See if we can just get these guys before they poison anybody. There's one. Alright, that should do this one in. No, not quite. Need a hit. Good. Excellent. This is the Dwarf Cave. Haven't actually been here yet this playthrough. I usually don't come here early. There is some money you can get without the Mystic Key. But you do have to come back after the Mystic Key to give the TNT to, I think his name is Narek. But the money is going to be helpful in the upcoming sequence. We see how they translated some of these guys' dialogue. Yeah, Narek is the dwarf digging the canal, and then Smith the smith, I think, right? Yes, for the light warriors, I would make a truly legendary sword, but my supply of adamant, all caps, is exhausted. I think is the old text. So I've got to give the TNT to Narek. This nitro powder is just what I need to finish my canal. Excuse me while I get to work. So presumably, this is where the canal is supposed to be, because this is the direction of that piece of land. This door is locked with the Mystic Key, which I can grab it now. Great helmet, worm killer, that's the dragon sword. That's a nice piece of equipment. Mithril armor, I don't know if that's silver armor. I'll see what's my best bet. I think cottage is house, and tent is cabin, and sleeping bag is tent. I need to remember that because I accidentally used one that I didn't mean to use to save the game. I used a cottage, or no, I used a tent, which I thought was a tent, but a tent is a cabin from the other translation, so I need to be careful about that. I used a higher powered, more expensive resting, sleeping, saving item than I meant to. So I've got to head back to, let's see if I can just get out of here, if I can strike first. I've got to head back to Elfland to get spells, and I need to loot the treasure chests in the castle, in the Elfland castle. I think. I can't remember if I had done that already. But I will fight the ogres, because they're easy and they give up a decent amount of money. This will get me almost 400 gold, which you saw when I was picking up those chests and getting 500 and 400. That's you know, a few of those chests will get me another level 3 spell, which I need, because we're pretty poor on level 3 spells. I've been really poor this run, because I haven't done much grinding, so every ogre battle is going to be helpful. Just sneaking through Elf Village to get to the castle. You have to kind of go in this little secret area to get these chests. Okay, so I had not done the chests yet. That silver hammer is an upgrade for my white mage. Oh, I can't carry the bronze. Oh, wow, I'm full of armor, huh? I'll just get rid of the clothes. It's not really worth taking back to sell, because it's only worth a little bit. Alright, so yeah, and one of the things hacked is they let you see what's in the chest. They let you take a look at what was in the chest. And I think it is just those treasures on that side. Let me make sure that there isn't more. Yeah, I think it's just that room on that side. Yeah. I wonder if that guy in the NES translation tells you about the dwarves. I would imagine that he does. They've done the translation is pretty consistent in this game. Alright, so let's get the magic shops first. I have fire. I need lit 2 and is Folkara locked to? I think Folkara is locked to or hold. I don't need either of those, at least for now, but I will take lit 2. These are better. I can use these a little bit better. So I have Kira. I'll need Afer, and I'll need Harm 2. I'm not grabbing heal because I'll have access to that fairly soon with the heal staff. What do I have for money? Do I need to do some selling? I should do some selling. Oh, let me make sure I get my equipment. I better equip carefully before I start selling. Alright. So let's get an iron shield on you. I bet the great helmet is better than the leather cap. Okay, leather, chainmail, iron he already has. Bronze, he's better than that. Okay, so I'm going to be selling everything that the black belt has. All 4 pieces that he has. And I think he had an extra piece as well. He had an extra cap. Okay, so that'll help me a little bit in buying these spells, which are going to be pricey, but they're going to be worth it. And I have enough. I'll get one each of these. Oh, so I get ice 2 as well, huh? All right. Well, haste is going to be a for sure. Haste is absolutely required in this one. And yeah, actually none of these are really great. A Ice, Fear, this is A Mute. That's pure, definitely don't want to learn that one. Level 4 is kind of a bum spell level. But I guess I'll get the, this might be a mistake, but I'll get the A Ice spell. I'll use that for Lich. And hope that I get that off before Lich gets his Ice 2 spell off, which is going to be tricky. So I could use Ice 2 for my Black Mage as well, but let me get some selling done here. Yeah, I'll be able to sell. Actually, let me pop out of here. Let me make sure I have. Yeah, let's get these silver... Where's my silver dagger? Or mithril dagger. There we go. Alright, so we got my mithril dagger there. Let's put... I'm gonna stick the worm killer on him. And, yeah. All this other stuff I can just get rid of. Mithril hammer is what I want. Those are what I want there. I can get rid of the saber from him. There's a lot of stuff I need to sell here. Let's get rid of the saber. Yes. Sell. Yeah, let's get these things out of the way. Wow. Yeah, don't need anything for the Weir sword family. I might hang on to that just to try with a dragon later, with like the red dragon later, just to see. Yes, and I'll sell the falchions. Oops. I have one more thing to sell. Yeah. I'll sell that. Alright. There's a nice chunk of cash from those weapons. That'll give me enough. I'll go ahead and get Ice 2. And then we'll head over to our next land. It's gonna be Melmond. So here's what Lit 2 is going to look like if we get it off. All right, there we go. They either will run or I'll get the spell off and they will all die. One of those two things is going to happen. I was okay with either of them. It'll give me enough to stay at the inn in Melmond. And that's how I'll be handling a lot of my sea fights from now on. I am going to check. I can't get the level 5 spells here yet. Well, I'm going to see if they have the silver sword here. Let's see if they've moved that over here. No, still no silver sword. Interesting. Very interesting. Then, let me see about my dragon sword. 3341. 3246. Okay, so it's worth holding on to the dragon sword for now. It's a little bit more damage. Because normally by now you have silver swords, and I knew that they moved the silver sword. But I thought it was to Melmond, but I must have been wrong. I must have been wrong. Okay, so here we have a step-up bracelet, which we'll definitely want. I think I just want one, because something tells me that there is another one in the upcoming dungeon, I think. Something tells me that there's another one coming up in this next dungeon. So I'm just gonna buy one. Oh. I need to give it to my Black Mage. And I'll switch that around then. Actually, let me see if a silver armor can be effective on him. So he should have 8. What's his defense now? His defense is 15 now. Alright, so actually that's going to be really helpful for him for a while. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to keep that. Yeah, I'll keep that for sure, because that's going to help him a lot. He can't equip this stuff, can he? No. Actually, I'll sell that bronze gauntlet. What did I want to sell? Yes, the bronze gauntlet. Sell that. Alright. So let's get everything equipped that we want. Alright. Let's drop those clothes. Not worth the 5 gold to go back in. Alright. How am I doing for items? I didn't check before. Plenty of saving items. Sleep sacks. But I'll need some... Definitely will need some heal potions from Coneria and the like. Because yeah, I'm not seeing those here. But I might fight a couple of battles out here to bulk up a little bit. Because I'm just so gimped coming into this. There we go. There we go. Because I think the intelligence helps the damaging spells to double. I think is how they worked that into this version. I might actually go try to fight some of the giants. See if the Hall of Giants is still alive and well in the Earth Cave on the first floor there. Alright, so thankfully we did not reorder after that. And look at me trying to go to the back of the line. That's me trying to go to the back of the line again. Ooh. I don't remember these guys being out here. This is an interesting fight, because these guys are pretty beefy if I remember. Yeah. I'm glad he missed. Because these guys are pretty strong. Let's see if I can get a few good hits on him before we, yeah. Yes, yeah, they've got some defense. I'm not getting the crits. These guys are showing me they've got the defense. I'm having a hard time getting through their absorb. Yeah, I'm just going to test out the Earth Cave and see how we are at this level. I'm going to go ahead and just save the game out here and see how we do with the giants. I don't want to deal with this battle. I don't have enough pure potions. I should have thought of that before I left Khaneria. I should have bought a bunch of heals and pures. I don't think we're quite to the giant. Okay, I guess it looks like we're to the giants. We're at the giants. Ice 2 should do pretty good damage to them. Alright, at least it takes out the iguanas. Alright, that was a pretty big smack that he got there. Oh, another one. 2 in a row. Well, the other guys will get a big chunk of experience. 2 big hits right in a row. He's not gonna stand up to that. Even with a silver armlet, I don't think he's gonna stand up to that. Even the fighter's not absorbing it too well. But it'll give me a nice chunk of money. There we go. Alright, even this is not too bad a battle. Sadly, my Black Mage is going to miss out on a ton of experience. But, we'll come back much richer, at least. Yeah, there's not really anything that I want in these battles. I could have used something like Protect earlier against the giants, but I don't see the need to now. Let's go again. Alright. There's him down. So it'll be, yeah, 195, and those guys are worth 300. So it's going to be 600 or 700 gold for this fight alone. It's going to be worthwhile. Yeah, 795. Good for one battle. And let me just heal up a little bit. I cannot revive my fallen Black Mage, so we'll have to do that in... Actually, we'll have to do that in Khaneria. We can't even do that in Melmond, because there is no clinic, so I need to head back to Khaneria anyway. that was another big hit. Alright, that's good. Level 9 for him. My Black Mage would have been fairly close to the next level up had it survived. Had he survived. Alright, yeah, I don't really have anything I can do. Hyenodon. It's an interesting translation for that creature. I was hoping for a critical to take the ogre out in one hit. Yeah, there we go. My White Mage cleaned up, though. Let's see if I can do that this time. Let's see if my White Mage can take out the other ogre. He'll have to get a pretty good hit. Let's see if he gets a critical and takes him out. Nope. Not quite. I'm gonna go back to this one in case I get some accuracy problems. Nope, not a problem this time. Ooh, and 11 there. That's a very low roll on the damage, sadly. Which can happen. There was a nice roll on damage. Alright, and let's hope I don't lose my White Mage as well. Maybe I'll have to buy another silver armlet. Yeah, I should have done this outside of battle, but I did not. Alright, that'll help. So now that we won't be fighting giants, it might be kind of a stretch, but we ought to be able to get the vampire at least. See if we can get a kill in here. Good. Got a fast kill. Alright, there is the other level 9. My poor Black Mage is still going to be sitting on 8 for a while, though. It's okay. But it is going to be a stretch, but I think I'll be able to get the vampire. I'll have to make heavy use of heal potions, and I'll have to be running from a lot of stuff. Ooh, this can actually be a pretty nasty fight. Yeah, this can actually be a really nasty fight. Because those guys can stun. If they stun the wrong characters, alright, good, there's one of them down. So that helps a lot. And, alright, that'll take him out. That's good. That would have been a good... Yeah, see, he dodged both attacks there. And with a black belt stun, let's see if we can just run. Because otherwise this battle's going to take a long time. Getting the odd eyes out of there was priority. So, clinic first. I need to stock up on items. Excuse me. Alright, now let's just top it up. Oh. How many potions do I have now? 89. Alright, so 10 more. Alright, bye. And I'll get a few more antidotes. Actually, let's just get 10 antidotes now. And call that good. And let's get a few more sleep sacks. Alright. Now I have to stay at the inn to revive my black mage back to health. Alright. Let's take a run at the vampire. I'm gonna have to try to run from almost everything I touch in the earth cave there. But that'll be fine. These guys I'll fight. Their experience is gonna be nil. But the gold is still gonna be handy for me. Their gold will buy a few heal potions, and I should be able to, yeah, with whoever, take them out. So he still has 2 hits, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure about Black Belt statistics, because he shouldn't have 2 hits by the hit accuracy, but he does. So I'm not sure what their hit growth rate looks like. That I don't know. Should have done that math before. Alright, these shadows aren't too bad. These are fine. I will use 1 harm spell. Because the undead threat really isn't all that dangerous in the Earth Cave. In the Marsh Cave, the undead threat is much greater. And in the Waterfall, there's a lot more undead. Different dungeons have undead problems. The Ice Cave has some undead issues, but they're really more the sorcerer type. Maybe I'll just go for, maybe I won't use the spell this time. I'll just attack. I was hoping to get into the dungeon before I fought another battle, but wasn't the case this time. He couldn't even take that one out, huh? You a new one, and you guys both gang up on this one. Let's see if over the course of this fight, the Black Belt and the mages can take out the 2 that they were working on earlier. Yeah, okay, good. They took that one out, and he got that one. Worked out perfectly. You get a 1 hit on that guy, very good. What are these guys worth for... Okay. Not bad for experience, not very good for gold in terms of the kind of fight that we had with them. Alright. Let's save the game. And here we go. To the vampire we go. Yikes. Not going to be fighting this battle. I might not even make it out of this battle. There we go. That was pretty terrifying to run into as a first battle. I'm going to be running from lots of stuff down here. Maybe on the way out, if we're still in decent shape, I might fight a few things, but not stuff like this, because I think these guys can poison. Those big groups of gargoyles were not great, because they can really hit hard. They can do a lot of damage to your party. These guys I cannot run from, so I will be fighting this one. And I have to hope that they attack the characters that have high absorb, like my fighter. Like he just did there. Even with the high absorb, he still did a pretty good poke. And I have to try to get through his absorb, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do. As you can see there with the damage printouts, particularly on the Black Belt there, who doesn't cut through a lot of absorb. So yeah, 2 attacks, both on the fighter, thank goodness. The Earth Elemental could gimp one of my mages pretty easily. We should be getting close to a victory here. Maybe the Black Mage can get him. 1 hit point there on the Black Mage. Alright, let's hope we get him before he attacks this turn. We're just not doing the kind of damage that I'm used to doing here, especially with silver swords at this point in the game. We're just not doing the kind of damage I like to do. Alright, 4 Grogers, huh? Ouch. Maybe I'll fight these guys and I'll pop back out of the dungeon and save after fighting these guys. I think I'll do that. Assuming that my black belt can survive. I forgot to heal him between battles. Let's just see if we can get out of here, because I don't want to have to run all the way back to Coneria. Because that's what it's going to be. Alright, that's what it's going to be. Back to Coneria it is. Alright, let's get one battle with the giants. At least I can do that. I should be able to survive with my Ice 2 charges. I should be able to take them out so we can get a nice chunk of money and experience for the living characters. That was a nice chunk of damage. Alright, just attacks now. Yeah, that white mage is doing not so great either. But we'll take the level ups. We'll take those. And I'll use the harm charge here. Not great on the damage roll, but the fighter should take the top one out there with his attack. And now we can get this other one. So I'm going to have to make heavy use of heal potions. I need to get in the habit of fully healing up after each battle, or else my black belt's just not going to make it ever. Alright, ambushed again. That's okay. These guys have a pretty high rate, it seems, to back attack your party. Just trying to get them quickly here. My black belt spent a lot of time on the ground early in the game. It looks like that's not going to change anytime soon. Well, the shadow enemies are definitely present in the NES version of the game in this part. The hyena-ogre combo, I think, is, but one that I'm not sure if it's present in the NES version, I'm not thinking it is the lesser tiger, or the saber T. I think they're called saber T in the NES version, these guys. I think they're called saber T. Oop. Down goes the black mage. There's 2 characters to revive. Let's see if we can just get out of this battle then. Alright, very good. 2 dead characters, including my area of effects character. These guys are really punching through my my defenses. Okay, this will be fine. These guys can't do much to us. Let's try to get out of here quickly. Because the experience from these guys is not going to be worth the effort and the time. Alright. Same as before. Alright, and we'll head to the inn. Are we in the correct order? No, we're not. Alright, let's do that. Alright, we're looking good. You actually go slower on the ship than a dashing character on the world map. It's a little bit jarring to see, actually. Let's just get these guys killed quickly if we can. Good, there's one. And that should be the other. It's gonna be worth nothing. Sorry, my emulator's getting choppy. My computer's being a little bit naughty tonight. Over here on my side. I think this will be worth a harm spell. I think it'll be worth a harm spell. As we're going to try a third time to get down to the vampire. Clearing out what we can on the earth floors. Yeah, okay on the experience. Not a lot for the gold. I guess with a silver bracelet on the black belt, we're getting a little bit better absorbed. That's going to be good for a few more levels. And we're all level 9 now, right? Yes, we're all level 9. That fighter should be getting close to level 10. Alright. We're saved. And then we go. Let's see if we can actually make it to B2 here. And I'm just going to run all the way from these guys. Try to at least get the vampire taken care of. Alright, we're still over 100, so we'll be okay. If I could have some more manageable fights with the ogres, that'd be better. I'm not going to be dashing as much down in here. Ooh, this is going to be ugly. Oh, ouch. There's 3 poison characters. Ouch. That hurts. A back attack on these are arachnids, I think. And their most irritating feature, of course. Yeah, I was not planning on using 3 of those after one battle. That was not part of my plan. Alright, these guys I think I can fight. I think I can one round each of them if I get a good hit. No, not a good hit from my... Oof. Yikes. Not getting a good hit from my black belt. Who just doesn't seem to be able to penetrate, absorb, like my fighter. I'm not sure why that is, but I need to, next time this battle rolls around, I need to not fight this battle. Those are the kinds of attacks I need. 2 hits, 2 damage. I'll have to heal up my white mage after this battle. Again, assuming he doesn't get plunked and killed. Alright, that's good. But in the process, I would like to collect another level or 2 in the process of going down to the vampire here. Alright, good. There's a level up for him. Thank goodness. Alright, I'll use potions for now. Alright. How is he doing for status? 52. Okay. So he's not there for another hit just yet. Coral Sword. Let's see. I knew the Coral Sword was down here, so 3352. 3352. Okay. Same as the Dragon Sword. And I don't think it's going to have any difference in the kind of enemy types I'm fighting down in here. So, I'll be okay. 1 giant. I think I can fight 1 giant. Let's see if I can fight 1 giant without getting somebody killed. Starting with everybody above 100 hit points, let's see if I can fight a giant and not take 2 hits in a row on one of my mages. Because I'd like to see that level 10 start to roll around on my other characters. There we go. That'll work. Cost a couple of heal potions, but I'll take that kind of damage. Nice. Killed by a white mage's hammer. Alright. And this is the vampire's floor. Remember there's... Ooh, strike first. Alright, I'll fight this battle. Should be able to take out the green ogre on the first round if I get good hits from everybody. Didn't get good hits from the black belt, but got great hits from the fighter, so... That's good for me. Alright, so the vampire shouldn't be too much problem. Especially because I still have all my my big spells. I've got my Harm 2 spell and my Fire 2 spells for him. So those should be fine. Should be more than enough. And this is like a pure potion or something, isn't it? That's a 10. Something up there, I think that's a waste of time treasure, I think, that one on the upper corner. This is not a great battle, so I'm going to try to run from this battle and hope that they continue to target my fighter up there. That's not empty. That's a nice chunk of cash. I don't remember that being there. Alright, here we go. Wizard. This is a nasty battle. Thank goodness I have lit 2. Actually should have split the attacks between them. No, it wouldn't have mattered. Because my black belt is getting no damage. Alright, I was hoping that would actually take them out. Let's see if we can do it quickly here. 1 good hit should do it. Couldn't quite get it, but this will do it just fine. I'll have to heal him up. I'm actually lucky I didn't get him killed. My fingers are used to the keystrokes of the NES version, where you have to continually select from the bottom of the menu your heal potions, because it puts the loot on top, inexplicably, in that version. Actually, let's just see if we can run from this battle. But I'll cast the harm spell in case he gets a turn. That will take out a good number of them. If he does get a turn, doesn't get paralyzed. He got paralyzed, so let's just hope that somebody gets the run. There we go. That would have been a pretty good battle, golden experience-wise. This is an elemental, I think, yes. And I think I'm going to use some of my buffs here. I'm going to use my buffs here. Because this guy's pretty... He's a pretty tough take. Let's see if that'll... No, that didn't actually up his damage all that much from the first roll. He must have rolled low, very low on that. Oh yeah, dead. That's bad luck. So I won't have those buffs for the vampire, but I shouldn't need them with... I have harm too. I shouldn't need those buffs for the vampire. He did just enough to kill him. Attacked him twice. He did just enough to kill him. I don't want to mess with this battle, because these guys can poison, as you see. Look at that, 2 characters poisoned. Alright, yeah, I'll be using a ton of pure potions in this version. Alright, let me just make sure everybody is full, because this guy can be a little bit scary. That's good enough for me, I think. Alright, here's the vampire. Ooh, here's that boss theme again. Interesting, they got it to code this way. So, yes, harm 2 for the vampire. Yeah. That'll do it. Alright, there's the level 10 starting to show up. Gotta make sure to grab that ruby now. Grab a screenshot. Alright, now we've got to try to get out of here alive. Ooh, this actually could be... boy. This actually could be a game over. Actually, these guys very well could kill us. They very well could kill us. I'm gonna try invis on my black belt. Oh, thank goodness that attack missed, because that could have done major damage. Alright, there's one down quickly, which is nice, but as you can see how they're getting 91 damage. I'll try to invis the white mage's self. Alright, good, there's another one down. I don't even care that that's ineffective. Alright, good, that attack missed. I think we're okay. Let's see if this can actually take him out. Nope, not quite. We're not going to get him this round, I don't think. Not without a good hit. Alright. Wow. That was, that battle went pretty well, considering. That's a really, And, oh yeah, you know what? I'm on a floor that has cockatrices. And I only have one soft. I should have bought some more. I'll have to remember to do that when I come out. Buy some more softs. I should be able to take these guys on. There's no reason I can't still fight battles. I have plenty of heal potions. It is too bad I don't have the mage around anymore, but he's going to fall a little bit farther behind in experience again, sadly. His hit points are just so low. I'm finding again that the Black Mage just has such low hit points. Forgot my boss X. Let's just get out of this one. Probably get poisoned a few more times. That's good. Yeah, so there's a chest way out over there. I think it has like a potion in it, I think. Yeah, sure, why not? Ooh, he's got up to 3 hits. That actually helps a lot. Getting my black belt up to 3, or does he have 4? Did he miss one of them? If he's got 4 hits, that's great. If he's at level 10 and has 4 hits. Let's see. Okay, 3 again. Again, I don't know enough about how his damage scales to really make an informed decision on that, or an informed statement, I guess you would say. All right, White Mage took him out. See if we can get him in 1 hit. Not quite. Probably possible for me to get the Ogre in 1 hit if I get a crit on at least one of them. Probably, possibly get the Ogre in 1 hit. Wrap around here. Again, we'll do the same thing we did before, where we will I'll cast Harm 2. All right, this should take out all of them. Harm 2 should take everybody out, no problem. And again, it'll be great experience for these guys. How many experience that's gonna be worth? Yeah, 300. He's just missing out. But I've never been one that's been a stickler for experience evenness in this game. I shouldn't say recently I haven't been. When I've been using save states, I would always try to keep a character alive just so that everybody would always get their level ups at the same time. But when you're playing it without save states, you're going to be dealing with death, especially when you've got characters like Black Mages with their super low vitality. Alright, this should get me back. Ooh, probably going to get poisoned here. There's 1. Just 1 in that round. See if I can just make it 1 for the battle. Alright, good. Yeah, I like that I can heal so quickly. I have to say, that's nice, to have that ability to use my items as efficiently as I have been. Alright, so first thing will be to get the Black Mage heal back up. I know it's going to be way out of my way, but that's going to be the first thing to do, back to Corneria. And then I'll have to head down to Elfland to get some softs before I head over to the Titan's Tunnel. Let me just save here. Because I don't want the Black Mage to miss out on any more unnecessary experience. Let's just go with Harm 2 to make sure it takes out all those guys. It's more than enough for the ghouls. I want to make sure that it had enough to take out the gas. These won't be worth nearly as much as the other battle was. 210. The other one was over 300 for each of us. Alright, this battle's doable. So lay back and chill out. See, look at that. There's a nice one. There's the crits that we needed to happen. Let's see if we can have that happen again. I'd love to be able to have both of these heavies be able to take out a decent enemy with one with one hit. There's 4 hits, yes. So he does have 4. It did go from 2 to 4. So he has really upped his damage. I hadn't noticed that before, that it was 4. He was just missing on one of them, so... Now his damage should be comparable to the fighters. And not a moment too soon as well. Let's see if we can just get out of here. Normally I would have my Black Mage be able to drop a spell on him, but not this time. There we go. Cool. Alright. Let's fill up on our heal potions. Actually, I can probably buy 10. Yeah. I'm sure I used at least 10 down there. What am I sitting at now? 93, that's fine. That's fine. Alright. Now to Elfland for some softs. And Bolt 2. That's it for them. Yeah, I was actually lucky I didn't run into any cockatrices while I was down there. Strike first on the wolves, that's nice. I'll take that. Because I need some softs, and those cockatrices can do a number on your characters. And with just that one soft, I was going to be in trouble. Let's see, yeah. I can't buy 10 of these yet. But I'll get myself up to 5. That should at least be enough to tackle the dungeon. Alright, so we're heading through the Titan's Tunnel. Let's see if we can just run from this battle. There we go. That's faster even than casting a Lit 2 spell. Nope, this battle again. No worries. Just use my harm spell again. And hopefully my Black Mage can start catching up a little bit. I wonder what level the mages get a level 5 charge. It's probably not for a little bit, because they still barely just got their level 4s. Wow. That was really low damage on the harm spell, I have to say. Yeah, with the black belt now getting 4 hits, it's much more likely that at least one will go critical, and finally he will start to be able to cut through some of that enemy defense that has been driving me crazy with him. Ooh, this is a nasty battle. Back attack by these guys. This is a nasty fight. Yeah, I'm actually going to use some of my AoE damage on this fight. That's a good punch. Yeah, hopefully this helps. Maybe the black belt can take this other one out. One more hit. Yeah, with the help of that fire too, he certainly could. All right, what's this going to be worth? Yeah, 328. That's good for my black mage who desperately needs the experience. Here's the tunnel. Oh yeah, there's some treasures in here, isn't there? I forgot. There's some decent treasure down there at the bottom. Yeah, there's Munch, Munch, Munch. Rubies are my favorite, yes. Of course, the NES version is just called Ruby in all caps. R-U-B-Y, it's not called Star Ruby. Good luck on battles in here so far. Just the Grey Wolves. Great Axe. Yeah, I'm not going to be equipping that. Is there a helmet down here as well? Is there a good helmet? Oh, mithril armor. Oh, it's a mithril helmet. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, silver. It's a silver helmet in the other one. Yep, so it is a step up for him. That is a step up for him. Alright, this battle I'll take. Actually, I'm going to spread the attacks out. Now that he's got 4 hits, he ought to be able to take out an ogre with one attack. Let's see. Ooh, none went critical there. So that was just bad luck. This should be the round. We should get them both this round. That'll do it. And yeah, usually one of his 4 hits should go critical. That's what the first attack should look like. 4 hits, 140 critical hit. But instead he missed one totally, only landed 3 hits, none of which went critical. More Grey Wolves. Nasty. Nasty business, those Grey Wolves. Alright, this is Sarda the Sage's place, I think, is his name. Sarda the Sage. Well, yeah, I can run from this battle, I think. There we go. That'll help. And yeah, there's no treasure in here to speak of except he gives you the rod. Oh, Earth Staff, behind the vampire's room to find it. It's an Earth Staff. Okay, it's not a rod in all caps, R-O-D. Earth Staff, to shatter the plate behind the vampire. So I think this is a very creative dungeon. Later in the game, things are a lot more straightforward. Yeah, let's go for that. Because, yep, that's what that should look like. For the rest of the game, that's what that should look like. Hopefully, Black Belt doing 4 hits and decimating guys is what that should look like. Now I'm going to fight these battles that are more substantial. Ooh, wow, even at 19 I didn't get the kill on them. They have more health than I thought. That's okay. I wish that's what his first one would have looked like. Hello, 810K2. Thanks for popping in. This is a Final Fantasy patched version. It's called Final Fantasy Restored. So it fixes a lot of the bugs that were in the NES version and changes a few things to kind of rebalance it just a little bit. This is kind of a nasty battle. I'm going to use another one of my Ice 2 charges. So I've played the NES version a lot, 810K, so you'll see me, I'll use the NES version terminology a lot more often. So instead of Blizzara, I will default to Ice 2 and a few other things like that. You're right, bugs are part of the game, and they're very charming, and I really do enjoy the NES version and its bugs. This is a comparison stream, though. I've never played through this particular patch before with the bugs fixed, so I'm trying to get an idea of what the game may have looked like. This is an educational experience for me, if you'll give me that. So I do enjoy the NES version a lot, and even after playing through this patch, I think I prefer the NES version. But it is kind of fun to play things that are familiar in new ways like this. So, like, for one of the big ones in this one is that the temper spell works. You know, the classic temper and saber spell's not working. That is now fixed. So suddenly you can do a lot more damage to things. But other bugs that made your character stronger are no longer in effect as well. So it is balanced a little differently. I need to go back to Melmond and restore my spell charges before we head back to the Earth Cave. I forgot that's where we needed to head next. So now I'm going to head down and take on Lich, 810K2. And actually, I think that's as much as I'll be able to do tonight in my stream where I am. It's getting a little bit late in the evening in my part of the world. So I should be able to get at least one attempt at Lich before I have to call it a night. So let's do it. You can also probably see one of the things that's different is they built in a dash command. By holding the B button, even when you're on the world map, you can dash. Of course, that wasn't part of the NES game, but it is quite nice in a slow-paced game like this to have the ability to dash like that. Gets you through towns a little bit easier and across longer stretches on the world map pretty quickly. They also put in a buy 10 feature at the shop, so you don't have to sit there forever farming heal potions. Not farming them, I guess, just buying them one at a time up to 99. You can just buy 10 at a time, which is quite handy. These battles are annoying, but I'm fighting them just to help get my Black Mage, who's way behind in experience, a little bit more. Somebody fighting more of these easier battles than I normally would. Because he was dead for a while on my last run of the Earth Cave when I took out the vampire. He died shortly before I fought the vampire. And so I fought a few big battles on the way out. Again, rolling low on damage on those two front shadows on that's the harm spell. It's called Dia or Dia in this version. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce it, but so I'll be using harm because I think it's kind of I'm sure that's closer to what the Japanese intention was for that spell. But I prefer harm. So hopefully I'll get my Black Mage caught up a little bit now. I think he just rolled over to level 10 there. The other ones have been level 10 for a while. Wow. I was hoping to get 2 of these guys killed on that first round, but none of the hits went critical. Thankfully, my black belts, who I usually don't use a black belt, but I'm just seeing how they function in this version with the bugs fixed. Finally just got his 4th hit, so now he's doing respectable damage now that he's getting 4 hits per turn instead of 2. Because he goes up to 4, and then I think, I can't remember if the next one goes up to 6, or if I think it goes up to 6 next, and then 8 after that. I don't think it doubles again. I don't think. They changed the translation on these items, so sleep sack is what the other one was, tent. Cottage is house, and then tent is cabin, so that's a little bit confusing for me. One thing I didn't do was buy more antidotes, so I hope we don't run into too many poisoning enemies. I forgot to stock up on those. Just as I say that, we run into 6 cobras, although they're anacondas in this translation. But I'm pretty sure that's the cobra enemy. So I've already grabbed the treasures here in this. Oops, the wrong way. I'm going to be running from most of the things down here just to kind of save my resources, because my characters are just a little bit squishy. But the dash command is really helpful for getting you through. I'll take on 1 bull. Minotaur in this translation, but bull is just more fun. I think we all know that. Very good. I'm trying to remember if there's any other important pieces of treasure in here that I need to make sure I don't miss. Nothing else is really popping out. I've already gotten the coral sword. Nothing else is really jumping out at me. Ooh, could have used a little bit more damage on that hit on the green ogre, but that's okay. Our survivability is a lot better on this particular attack than it has been the last couple. So being at 11, does he? Okay, still doesn't have a level 5 charge yet. That's okay. Ooh, come on, bats. I wasn't sure if he would or not at 11. I don't know if they've changed. I think they've changed it. They changed the bugged one where they got an extra spell charge that they weren't supposed to. Let's just make sure to get the green ogre in this first round. Make sure to take him out first. There we go. Glad I targeted it that way. He'll take him out for sure. And we'll do this the same. So we'll 3-round this battle. But for Lich, I should be able to have access to... I'll have fast and temper for both of my fighters. And I have A ice for the white mage, so that should be fine. Speaking of Lich, I'll go ahead and get Lich up as the next boss. Should have done that probably earlier, but that's okay. Bats are a bit troll on me tonight. Also okay. There we go. The werewolves, again, not really worth the time or effort. And yeah, that's why I'm getting extra steps on this floor, which is why I shouldn't be relying on the dash as much as I am. Let's see if I can get away with hoping for a crit. Oop, yeah. Don't get the critical that I needed on the green ogre. And I'm going to have to heal up. I was hoping to get a crit on at least one of those attacks, but he got all 4 to land, none of which went critical. Which is not great. Hopefully we can still 3-round them, though. With decent attacks from both of those fighters, we should 3-round them. Ooh, not quite. Wow. Well, now we're definitely not going to 3-round them. The critical hit bug has been fixed, so the instance of critical hits is different. And I'm still kind of wrapping my head around planning battles with that different now. It's tricky. Alright, so I cannot forget to heal up. Got a character under 100, I've got to heal up. I'm going to be using potions for now. Don't want to fight that earth again in that room. Alright, now I'm going to be using that. Yeah, it's going to be worth it to fight these green ogres. I'll come out richer and higher leveled for it. Let's hope I can get some of those. Wow, only one hit landed for 20 damage on that one. That's too bad. Alright, let's see if we can get better than one hit for 20 damage from the black belt this time. 1 for 20. That was rough. 2 for 60. Alright, let's see. 4, 1, 10. Yeah, that's the kind of attack I wanted on the first run through. Could have used that on round 1. There's another good one. I know he's got it in him. Alright, now we can get this last one. I'm going to throw a couple of heals at the black mage after this. Sorry, I bumped my mic. Alright. I'm gonna check the text at the plate. No, not that one. Yeah, let's go with that one. 3 for 64, 2 for 77. Alright, so I'll split them up again. Yeah, I forgot to heal up my black mage. So hopefully good attacks are enough to take both of these guys out. There's one. Good to see we got one. Alright, there's the 2. We'll split him up again. Hopefully we get the black belt, because he has the potential to do the most damage. The black belt has the potential to one-shot. The fighter is going to have to get more criticals, I think. I haven't crunched the numbers, but the fighter would have to get probably both crits. I don't know if the black belt is getting 2 crits when he has those 4 hits. Yeah, there we go. 16 and terminated. Like to see that. Like to see readouts like that. But I'm gonna keep taking these kinds of battles when I can get them, because this is a pretty under-leveled party. Oops, not the antidote. There we go. I'm gonna get a screenshot of what the plate says. You sent something ... evil. Okay, so they kept that from the old translation. Earth staff. Plate shatters the only stairway, so that's just as it is in the old translation. What is the description of it? Staff with the spirit of the earth inside. That's definitely different, because I don't think there's any... It's called like the rod that shatters the plate of earth, I think. Alright, here's the cockatrices. I didn't run into any on the last floor, although I could have sworn that the last floor was a cockatrice-infested place. Of course, it looks like they have increased the number of letters to actually have it spell out cockatrice, instead of just cockatrice. And let's hope I can quickly dispatch this troll, because they can punch pretty hard too. Yeah, 50 damage on my white mage. Not what I wanted. Can I one-round him, though? Not quite. Let's hope we get our attacks in here before he does. Not going to happen, but that's alright. 3 hits for 3 on the fighter with the high absorb. Yeah. Just a nice treasure room. That's a troll treasure. Is this another earth? Oh, Sphinx. Yes, that's right. I think I'm just going to let my weapons do the talking in this battle. Ooh. Gotta remember to heal up after this. I've been not very good about that. Ooh. Are we dealing with some high absorb here? Yeah, and some evasion, it looks like. Having a lot of hits miss and the non-critical hits doing nothing. So we're dealing with both absorb and evasion. That's not a very good combo. Ooh, 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 ooh. I need to get out of this battle. This is getting really dangerous really fast. He's got a 1 in 8 chance to just go after that black mage and take him out. Wow, that helped. Okay, that should help. That should maybe let him survive one more attack if he gets another one. Finally, we took that one out. Wow. I should have looked that up, because that was a much more threatening battle than I wanted. Wow. Alright, is this just all money here? Alright. I'll learn my lesson now to start casting these ice spells early and often. Alright, that's good. 50 damage, that'll help. Ooh, I could have used the 80 rather than the 29. I would have liked the 80 more than that. Because yeah, I need those. I need those. I need both of those tempers for Lich. I can't use any more. I need 2 tempers and 2 hastes for Lich. Absolutely need those, so. Alright. That was a rough room. Ooh. Ooh, 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 this is nasty. This is nasty. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to my turn. I might not make it. Okay. Okay, yep. Harm 2. Fire 2. Whichever one of those gets off will help me a lot. Okay. This should take them all out. And I really hope it does, so I don't waste... Oh, I'm going to waste a Fire 2. Because that one missed, I'm going to be wasting a Fire 2. Because it did not do enough damage to take that one out. But that's okay. As long as I have enough hastes and tempers for Lich, I'll be okay. Ooh, that's a nice hit on the troll. Let's see if we can get him before he does any to us. Excellent. Love to see that, because they can hit pretty hard, especially the unprotected characters there in the back. Alright, do these guys paralyze? I can't remember if these guys have the paralysis attacks. Looks like they don't, because they haven't gotten anybody yet. Alright, let's see if that... Okay, that'll get him. Got nobody outright. These guys don't seem to be taking the kind of damage that the other guys out there on the world map take. Oops. Alright. Oh, they can paralyze, it looks like. We lost one. We lost one attacker to paralysis. I've already used a harm spell in this battle, so I've already invested a spell charge, so gotta see it out to its bitter end here. Alright, there we go. That's good. Alright, I think I was heading this way. I don't want to take an extra step here. Alright. I don't know what kind of nasties I'm going to be fighting down here, but... let's do it. Whatever it is. Alright, Ogre Mage. It's fine. I really have to be careful about my black magic spell charges. So, we're gonna be doing a lot of physical fighting. I'm getting low on those resources now. So I'll just try to get one thing each round. See what kind of damage we can do with these guys. Alright, that's good. Can we get a nice attack there? Not quite. Ooh, but enough from the white mage. Excellent. Alright, yes, 395. Tent. Alright, is this another... is this traps? Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll do the same game plan as before. We'll get the other 400 experience. That's gonna help a lot. Ooh. He got the ruse spell up. Looks like it didn't help him avoid the black belt's attack. But yeah, I'm gonna have to attack with the black belt again. Yes, good, that's what I wanted. And the black belt, let's see, with darkness and ruse, yeah, he missed all 4 attacks. With darkness and ruse, he missed all 4 attacks. Alright, let's see if the fighter can get the kill on the Ogre Mage, who should be almost dead. Yes, he was almost dead. Yes, I'll take that. That experience printout is nice. And a silver shield, mithril shield. That's a step up for my fighter. Of course, the black belt can't do anything with any of it. Here's another, yes, cockatrice, and they did go ahead and... oh, there's a stone attack. They did go ahead and add the to cockatrice. And the E at the... I think they did have an E at the end. So that's going to be 1 soft. Done. Ooh, and it did sort him to the end for that. Huh. Alright, there we go. It did sort him to the end. But I don't want to take... oh, there was an extra step. So the extra step I didn't want to take, I went ahead and took it there. Dashing from that bat. We'll do the same thing as before here. Try to run, but barring that, I'll have him cast Harm. And that will at least make it manageable if we can't get out, but we did get out, so... Harm spell wasted there. But that's okay. I might just see if we can get out of this one. Very good. Gotta heal up. I think this is the final floor. I think this is Lich's floor. I think he's down in the lower left-hand corner of this floor, if I remember. Yeah, I think that's Lich right there. And let's get out of the troll battle. Double trolls, not probably what I want to deal with, right, for now, anyway. At this juncture. Alright, cool. Alright, let's, Alright, as they say, let's go. Let's hear the Fiend music for the first time. I shall not be disturbed by mere mortals. Ooh. So here's the Fiend boss music. I like it. It works. Alright, let's see if I can get Bar Ice to come out before he casts his Ice 2 attack at the beginning. If I can't, then that's going to be bad news, but there we go. Ice fired first. It's exactly what I wanted, because there's Blizzara immediately after, and it's been cut by 75%. And here's Temper on the Black Belt, and what's that going to do? Yeah, nice. It's going to do nice things to his damage is what it's going to do. And, yeah. Harm 2 from him, from her. Alright, and Temper Fighter, and then I think it'll be Haste after this. Because that's good damage there. Harm 2, not bad damage. Okay, yeah, good on that one. So we'll go with Dia there. I guess I'll fast the fighter this round. Probably not going to do very much. Oh, but I got him though. With Harm 1. Got him with Harm 1. Love it. Alright. With everybody alive. Very good. So with Lich done, that's going to be the end of the stream for tonight. Ooh, unless I get killed by this random battle right after Lich. That was fun. But that's going to be, as soon as I get out here and save, that's going to be the end of the stream for tonight. I'll highlight it and put it on YouTube. And then I might be able to continue on with it later this week. But we'll see. I may not be able to, but I will try to be able to continue it sometime later this week. Maybe try to do part of the canoe tasks. There we go. Take that. I do want to take a screenshot of the altar. Inspecting the altar. Okay, so that was good. Alright. And we're out. That's it. Cool. One orb lit. And yeah, so not leveled up yet. Alright, yes, but that's going to be it. So we will be back later this week.